wiser feller than myself once said, sometimes you eat the turd sandwich, sometimes the turd sandwich, well, it eats you.
This is the part of the podcast where we talk about Meth Crocodile. Only the most sophisticated of media out currently.
Yes. You see, I really admire how the Meth Crocodile movie embodies Friedrich Nietzsche's whatever. He wrote books, I think. And
yes.
His whole comment about God being dead and, oh, you're never going to believe who killed him.
Just every ounce of this film. It is a film. I wouldn't call it a movie. That's beneath this.
That's
beneath Meth Crocodile.
Movies are the lowbrow, the unsophisticated schlock for the rubes, the boobs, the public. Not for sophisticated minds like us.
When I went to AMC to see Meth Crocodile, I was honestly a bit offended that I had to share the airspace with all these commoners. My biggest gripe with all of it was I go to get the ticket on AMC. I wish it was in some other artisan theater, but of course it's only in AMC. What can I do? But I go to get the ticket. What bugs me is that Meth Crocodile, I don't know if you've ever used the AMC app, Meth Crocodile doesn't have the artisan little banner around it. Doesn't have artisan film around it. That bothers me. Because of all the films that have it, it is truly deserving of it.
Yes, it is a work of art. It is, the director is a true auteur with an uncompromised vision.
Now, I have to confess, before going in to see the movie, I smoked like 3 ounces of meth. It heightened the experience.
Who wouldn't? I mean, the movie is called Meth Crocodile. You have to. You have to.
But it was the purest of meth.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
None of this street trash.
Yes, I'll never forget what the salesman said to me. It made me feel so special, like I was his only customer. He said, "Yo, this is the good stuff, bitch." It's like that, having a cute little nickname for me, bitch. I love that. I
felt empowered,
and it made me feel sexy. It made me feel wanted.
I embraced it.
It's like, yes, I am a bitch. I'll be a bitch for your meth.
And so I hit it, and I was like, my God, good sir. This is the purest I've ever had. And he let me hit a rock. Oh, it's so quaint, so cute how they call it. They call it a crack rock. Let me hit that.
Yes, it's the slang terms, it's the terminology, it's the lingo that really it makes you feel like one with the streets, you know, like I was really slumming it. But still, I was still sophisticated while I did it.
Yes. And yes, I didn't get to finish Meth Crocodile. I was unfortunately arrested by the Pensacola PD pigs because, I had my pants down in the theater. I was diddling myself to the crocodile. They don't understand.
I mean, you get a guy who smoked 3 ounces. It was 3 ounces, right?
Yes.
3 ounces of meth. Going into the theater to watch the artistic masterpiece that is Meth Crocodile, and you expect me not to whack it to that sexy beast? Like King Kong?
The salesman even told me that with this pure stuff, it would heighten it. I'm going to listen to the salesman. He knows what he's talking about.
He looks
Of
like
course
he
I would
gets
do it.
high on his own supply, if you get my meaning.
He seems like a well-rounded fellow.
With
He's
a wealth of
self-employed.
experiences under his belt. Self-employed, he's an entrepreneur.
So as they were carting me
Renaissance
away,
man.
as these pigs, these swine were carting me away, I yelled, "Unhand me! Unhand me!" And they were reaching. They thought I had a gun. They said, "What is that?" And I said, "That's my penis." And I said, "Knock it off! Stop it!
Don't touch my penis. They said to me, "Sir, you have to put your penis away." And I said, "Good, sir, this is the United States of America. And I am a free citizen, free to do whatever I..." And then I couldn't finish the thought because they tased me.
Yes. Overall, that night, 4.5 stars out of 5.
Ironically, the shock from the tasing is exactly what I needed to finish. So they did me a favor in the long run.
That's what gave the night a 0.5. It would have been a 4 out of 5. That was definitely a 4.5.
So yes, I would absolutely recommend the theater experience of Meth Crocodile, especially if you can get high on meth going in and cause enough of a disturbance to summon the police.
Yes.
And that's the opinion of this sophisticated philosophy student.
Yes.
I think that's what we were doing.
I think so. I think there's a bit of fentanyl in my meth. I think I'm dying. But overall, jolly good show.
All right. I'll die. Just watch me die. I can't hit this note that comes at the end. Just listen. See how I die. You know, I decided I don't want to try for it. I'm not going to try for the note. I'm sorry, but Gethsemane is a very singular sort of performance. You need a very specific range. And if you can't tell by my voice, I do not reach that high. I know it would really have helped to sell the joke if I had just the most beautiful falsetto you've ever heard in your life, but alas, I don't. So, oh my God, he died.
Oh, wow. Have to drag it. Oh, wait. I thought we would have to do something with the body. Apparently the dealer is there to take his body.
Crystal meth is people. Crystal meth is people.
Oh gosh. Yeah, now that one little line makes me want there to be a parody movie of Soylent Green where it's just the society is just like strung out and like society only runs on meth and fentanyl. And by the end you get the line, crystal meth is people.
Crystal meth is people. And of course, instead of getting carted away in that one, it's just nobody cares.
Yeah,
they're all too strung out.
It's like, yeah, and the second you die, I'm going to turn you into meth man.
And smoke you. Oh.
So yes, the most highbrow humor there is. That is what store brand comic, or that is what Dismay Comics Podcast is.
What year is it?
I don't know. The meth has affected my brain.
All of a sudden, I was transported back to 2022.
A much simpler time.
An elegant weapon from a more civilized time.
But yeah.
See this sick-ass laser sword? Pretty freaking cool, isn't it? Everything was better back then. Me and your dad were best buds. Kicking ass and taking names. Then he tried to freaking kill me. So I set him on fire, as you do. Oh, but you're not supposed to know about that yet. Darth Vader set him on fire. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah, Darth Vader killed your dad.
Yes, your dad. He was one of the best X-Wing flyers I'd ever seen. Beautiful man.
The X-Wing model didn't exist back then, old Ben.
You know what? Shut up.
Oh my God.
I'm an elder, Luke. You listen to your elders. Do not interrupt me.
I'm sorry.
Being in the cockpit of that X-Wing, letting my hair flow.
Let your hair flow in space?
Letting his hair flow as well. Your dad had beautiful hair.
How did you breathe in space?
I mean, Darth Vader had beautiful... Somebody had beautiful hair.
I don't quite remember who. It was a long time ago.
It was a man. That's all I know.
And he let his hair blow in the wind in his spaceship out in space.
Yes, that was back when we had the technology for that. Now we're living in this giant kitty litter of a planet.
God, I hate it here.
Do you know what I used to have, Luke? Do you know?
I
lived in a tower. My people lived in a tower.
I could point my finger into a crowd and have any hoe I wanted.
And I did. Several times. Yes, it was against our code, but no one ever followed the code.
Actually, sexual relations weren't against the Jedi Code. Emotional attachment was. So yes. I could slay as much sweet gas as I wanted.
Yes.
As long as they didn't feel anything for it, it was okay.
And I feel like long in the future, in a different galaxy, I feel like that is going to be commonplace with a lot of people. Where they simply show up, they do the deed, and it's gone. No emotion.
No,
that's what we had, Luke. That's what we had.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I never had to call anyone back. I could be a father like 1,000 times over, and I would have no idea. I have no way of knowing.
Someone you'll see later on. You'll see him in the next movie. You'll see him. I'll tell you where to go. I'll be dead, or maybe not, but I'll tell you where to go.
I'll tell you where to go.
Master
you have to
Yoda.
go to a wet, sweaty ballsack of a planet to meet a wet, sweaty ballsack of a man.
Yes. Our planet, our galaxy was so much better back when I was younger, Luke. We have this kitten litter of a planet, then we have the ballsack of the planet that Yoda's at. Then we have this giant freezer of a planet. No one likes going there. It's cold.
All the planets suck these days. Back in my day, we had like a giant city planet. There were diners. There were flying cars. It was cool as hell.
We had death sticks, Luke.
Death sticks.
Freaking death sticks.
Freaking death sticks. They rocked when I chose to partake of them. If I didn't want them, I would mentally torment whoever offered them to me.
Yes. But when I tried them, oh my gosh, it was such a rush.
I feel like I saw the Force face to face.
Then I got a little bit nauseous from too many death sticks.
I would usually end up in the bathroom throwing up for hours if I had too many death sticks.
Yes. Yes, too much.
That's okay. Wash it down with a martini. You're good to go.
Too much death nicotine in those death sticks.
Turns out things with the word death in their name tend to be bad for you. That's why we got to blow up the Death Star. It's really bad for everybody.
Yes. But it was all a marketing tactic. We heard death. It was the negative 90s in terms of years. It was the negative 90s. Death and stuff was cool, Luke. You hear death and something, you're like, that's cool.
And that's
you
the
hear a new
ending of the thought process.
You hear a new death soda come out called Death Surge come out. You're like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
I have to try Death Surge. And you try it, and it's the most incredible thing you've ever tasted. You've never tasted death citrus on a level like that.
Uncle Ben, I think you're lying about it. Quit calling me Ben.
Quit calling me Ben.
It's reminds me of my age. I want to live in the past, Luke. Call me Obi-Wan, please.
Ben, that name's a little weird.
Well, shut up.
Shut up, Luke. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm your elder. You're going to respect me. Now quit interrupting me.
What's your uncle and aunt's name, huh? What are their names?
Owen and Baru.
Baru. It's a stupid name, Luke.
Well, that's just mean.
You know what your mother's name was? Padme.
I had a mother?
Yes.
Did Darth Vader kill her too?
Spoiler alert. Yes, it was Darth Vader's the one that killed your mother. Yes. I believe you still are believing this. Okay, yes.
He killed both my parents.
Yes, Darth Vader is bad guy. Whoa, yes.
I need to kill Darth Vader.
Yes. No.
Maybe.
Go easy on him. I know
old.
know he's doing all this bad stuff in the galaxy, but I did cut his arm and leg off. And he did burn pretty bad.
I did set him on fire.
He has to live in the suit. So
well, then that should make this easy.
So just yes, kill him, but make it quick.
In the immortal words of a guy I used to know, do it.
Yes.
We were doing more of an Emperor impression this whole time.
This is like old Obi-Wan, just sounds like Palpatine.
Cut to the end of the trilogy. Where Palpatine's like, yes, kill him. And then Luke's like, that's exactly what Obi-Wan told me to do. And then Palpatine's like, what? He told you to kill him?
Obi-Wan told Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan?
He told you to kill him?
Wait a minute, isn't he dead? Didn't Darth Vader kill him like 2 movies ago? What the hell? His ghost told me to kill Darth Vader. Well, and he also told me to kill Darth Vader before he died. Ghost. Look, kid, are you okay? You've been smoking some death sticks? Like this sounds like some trippy stuff here. Ghosts are a thing?
Yeah, Obi-Wan recommended death sticks to me. Oh, that's bad peer pressure, Luke. You shouldn't try death sticks.
You should never, ever try death sticks. That's why I outlawed, like, TV commercials for them. So, like, kids wouldn't be encouraged to try them.
Yes. Just say no, Luke.
Just say no. I really don't even like that space gas stations are allowed to advertise them.
I tried to outlaw that, but, it's bureaucratic bull crap.
Yeah, the death stick lobbyists, and, they keep them. Kids still get their hands on them somehow. Young as 13. Did you know that? Some kids start smoking death sticks as young as 13.
And also, there's everyone. Why do you think I'm such a bad guy, Luke? I'm trying to I've outlawed death sticks. I've outlawed death surge. That was very bad stuff for you, Luke. That stunted your growth. It shrunk
Wait.
your balls.
Wait. Way too much sugar in it. I always figured you were evil because you look like a wet, sweaty ball sack of a man.
That's reading a book by its cover, Luke.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Weren't you trained by Yoda? That's Hi, Kettle. I'd like to introduce you to the pot.
In fact, I'd say that's grosser. It's a green, sweaty ball sack.
He's green, and he's got hair. He's got hair on his head. Well, I've got. Hang on, let me take my hood off. I've got hair too. See, look at this.
I've got hair, but it's hidden.
It's
hidden. As gross.
Yeah, I keep my hood on.
I put the cloak over because I know what I look like, Luke. I cover up half my face. I know I'm not the hottest thing out there.
Yeah.
I'm doing you a favor by having the hood on, okay?
Could you wear a mask too? Wow. You know what? Anakin, get up. Dude, spoiler. No, Anakin, we're done with the Vader thing. Get up. Just don't kill him. Wait a minute. He was my father the whole time? I thought he would have told you in the last movie, but I guess for this improv he didn't.
I don't see why it took so long for him to tell you. But yes, father meet son, son meet father.
I genuinely thought that 90% of your motivation was that you already knew. I really thought you already knew.
This whole time, I thought you were just trying to kill your dad. Thought you had something against your dad or some daddy issues you needed to work out.
No, I was trying to kill him because Obi-Wan told me he killed my dad. See, I am learning so much about Obi-Wan. I never would have pegged him for that kind of guy.
I'm telling you, Luke, Obi-Wan is not a good influence for you.
Don't listen to him.
Tell you this.
Stab that bitch. Stab him in his stupid face. Is that him? We can hear you.
Luke, this is peer pressure. Just ignore him or say no and walk away. That's all you have to do.
I guess I can do that.
Very good.
No, Luke, cut his head off.
Ignore him, Luke. I'm telling you, he's not a good influence.
I want to see what it looks like.
You can be on the political senate. Don't fall into what he has become.
Political senate sounds like a lot of responsibility.
But Luke, we have to make the galaxy better. We have to fully outlaw death sticks. Death Surge, they're trying to make a resurgence of Death Surge. That needs to be stopped.
No, Luke, let it happen. Death Surge freaking rocks. There's so much sugar in it.
Luke, your father, Darth Vader, he drank a lot of Death Surge. You want to know what happened to him? It didn't really stunt his growth. He's pretty tall. Tall guy. But it shrunk his balls.
Well, to be fair, a lot of my height comes from the robotic attachments that replace my legs.
Yes. You're welcome for that, by the way. But
I added about 3 inches.
He was average height. Now, he's a leader. We need people to look up to him. He can't be average, You get what I'm saying, Luke.
I guess.
Now, we can add some inches to your height. You are pretty short. If you're going to be running for Senate, you can't be looking like. You also need a voice change as well. You have a very whiny little boy voice.
You are a little short for a stormtrooper, and your voice is very whiny. Don't say that. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Now, obviously, we won't give you our galactic famous actor in our galaxy, James E. Early Jonesy. We're not going to give you his voice. Your father has his voice. But if you'd like a Morgan Freeman voice, we can give you that. How's that sound?
Ooh, that does actually sound pretty good. Hello, I'm Luke Skywalker. And I'm here addressing the Senate about laws concerning Death Surge.
Just listen to that voice. That will get them to vote against Death Surge.
Vader, sorry, we ditched that. Anakin, have I ever told you the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I wrote my Jedi thesis on it. Oh, right, yes, we've been over this, sorry.
Yes.
Let's continue listening to your son's speech. Death Surge is a load of duty. Dump it down the drain and do not look back. Whatever it does to the fish is not our responsibility. We'll deal with that when the time comes.
Then Star Wars Episode 19, Attack of the Death Surge.
Attack of the Death Surge Gungans.
Yeah. Misa fueled with Death Surge.
Misa fueled by Death Surge. Senator Jar Jar, stand down.
Misa jacked. Misa ripped. Misa do have tiny balls, but Misa like Death Surge.
I'm going to have to stab you with my really sweet, cool laser sword. The ghost that's been following me since I was like 19 years old has been urging me to stab someone for weeks. And if I don't do it soon, I'm going to lose my mind. Yes, that's it, Luke. Stab him. Get him. Let the Death Surge in his veins spill and then drink it.
Misa here goes.
Hi, Jar Jar.
Ghost real?
Hi, Jar Jar. Been a while.
Misa, see Obi-Wan.
Yeah, hi, Jar Jar. Luke, kill him. Kill him. I wanted to kill this guy the day I met him.
Misa do ultimate Gungan attack. Duty ball cannon.
Duty ball cannon? Yeah, good luck hitting me, Jar Jar. I'm a ghost. You see, he's never been terribly bright. I don't know how he became a senator. Stab him with your laser sword.
Misa slept his way to the top.
That does not surprise me. You are a vicious sex beast.
Obi-Wan, you knew about that? About him being a vicious sex beast?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Luke.
It's the... That one night he and I shared was the only connection we ever had. But,
Misa still think about it from time to time.
Yeah, well, it was definitely more of a hate screw from my end, so... Now I'm a ghost. I don't have any genitals. I can't think about it. Not in any way that means anything. Just this whole saga of dirty Star Wars. What if Star Wars was Game of Thrones?
Misa upset by Ghost Obi-Wan. Misa ban Death Surge. No, Luke. Kill him now.
Kill him now. Luke, do it. You're upset by the fact that I'm a ghost. I'm upset by the fact that you're not. Luke, kill him. When did this podcast go off the rails today?
I don't know.
It's just been like there hasn't been a point for like an hour straight.
Yeah. More bureaucratic stuff with Star Wars, more of this type of stuff, outlawing stuff like death sticks and death surge. That's what the people want.
Hey, Luke, you want to know something else that you missed out on? Your mom was hot.
Oh, I had my chance. She came to me crying about your father.
I could have taken advantage of the situation, but I chose to be noble about it.
Because that's what I am. I'm noble, Luke.
Noble guy. A good guy. No, she's definitely the kind of mom you would have had psychological hang-ups about growing up. She was so hot. Every girl you dated would have looked just like her. And everyone would have thought it was a little weird, but nobody would have said anything about it.
So
I mean,
guess
as it is, your relationship with your sister's a little weird, and she looks kind of like her.
It's like it was just ingrained into you, Luke, to strive for your mother. It's an Oedipus complex without ever knowing your mother.
You want to see a picture of her? You ever see pictures of her? I got pictures of her on my ghost phone. Look at that with the white crop top.
Hoo-wee.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, we were in an arena fighting alien animals when this was taken. Who took the picture? I have no idea. It just ended up in my email one day.
That was a good day, Luke.
Especially since the only one of the three of us who were in there who sustained a meaningful injury in that arena was your mother. I was untouched.
Yes.
I mean, I did
Unfortunately,
get knocked over the head a couple times by Count Duty Pants before he threw me in there, but
unfortunately, your father, he lived. That was unfortunate because I was ready to slide into your mother's DMs once he would possibly die.
There was a close call. Count Duty Pants cut his arm off that day.
It was very close.
Your dad lost
But
50 arms.
Him losing his arm gave him brownie points. Really, your mom and him at that point didn't have much in common.
No, he was
I think
super
I had a
awkward
better
around her.
chance.
Super weird around her.
Your dad was so weird. I had a better chance at that point.
Yeah.
The issue was your dad lost an arm. She had sympathy for him, and he manipulated and used that sympathy. And I was going to manipulate and use the sympathy of, oh, my best friend died. I was going to do that after I cut off his arms and his leg. He burned alive.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh no, me and Anakin were battling evil and Anakin died.
Yeah.
Woe was me. Boo-hoo.
But then
I need a hug.
your crazy hot mom just had to die giving birth to you. So thanks for that.
She lost the will to live. The heck does that mean, Luke? The heck does that mean?
She died of a broken heart, said the robot.
So
that's the last time we go to a spiritual doctor.
So yeah, that's the story of your hot mom.
And how you took her from me.
Yes. And now you must die.
Oh my God, Obi-Wan. No, I can't do anything. I'm a ghost, remember?
I'm a ghost.
Yeah.
But I can keep whispering in your ear to stab someone. And maybe you'll eventually do it.
Like Jar Jar. You wave that sword around so much and you never stab anybody. You never listen to me. You never listen to a thing I say.
But one day, Luke, one day, I'll be in your ear so much that you will stab someone. And I'll be there. And I'll be smiling.
It may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. But I'll be there the next day, and 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 the next day. And the next day.
I'll stab Jar Jar. I'll stab him.
Okay, do it now. He's right in front of you. Get him. Ow!
Yay.
Now lap up his blood. It's still got some death surge in it. No, what? No.
Come on, Luke. It's the last of the death surge.
You
haven't even tried it.
You are such a narc, Luke. Just soak it up.
Yeah. And that is the story of Star Wars Episode 19.
If things had just taken a different path.
Yes. Yeah, they started doing these episodes later on with Star Wars where they run out of so many ideas. They just kept sticking to the Skywalker saga, and they were like, well, we can't use any other parts of this galaxy. We don't like that. That's boring. To where they started doing what if stories.
Pretty much like the Star
Okay.
Wars Infinities comics.
Yeah.
Movie.
And so this wasn't even a trilogy. This was 2 movies. This was episode 18 and episode 19. For those episodes, you had what if Obi-Wan was actually not such a cool guy.
Turns out the entire galaxy is quite different.
Yes.
If Obi-Wan's a douchebag.
Yes.
Hey, Anakin, you have something on your shirt. What? Oh, you flicked me in the nose. That's a good one,
Gotcha.
Master Obi-Wan. You got me. Damn it, Anakin. Get mad.
Hey, Anakin, spell I-cup.
ICUP. Oh, I get
That's
it.
gross, Anakin.
Oh, yeah, because it's like I'm watching you pee.
Yeah.
Master Obi-Wan, why would you be peeing in front of me?
It's all this death surge really gets to my bladder.
You know that stuff shrivels your balls.
Yes, and it also sometimes causes blood in the urine, as you can see. But my God, is it worth it?
Is it?
Take a sip, Anakin.
I'd rather not.
Join
I think I'm
me.
good. No,
Join me in spreading death surge across the galaxy, Anakin.
Join me on the fun side, Anakin.
I've got
fun
death surge and death sticks.
The fun side of the Force. Master Yoda warned me you would try to peer pressure me into these sorts of things.
Come on, here, watch this trick. Here. I'm going to throw the death stick up. Up, see, it's floating. Ooh, Force stuff. All right, I'm going to see it's moving. It's moving towards my lips. I'm not even puffing on it, Anakin. The Force is... Wasn't that cool, Anakin?
Sure, Master Obi-Wan. Hey, I have a question. Would you be the best man at my wedding?
Who are you marrying?
Padme.
Padme. You two. How are y'all together?
Yeah, right. It really felt like she didn't like me that much. Like, you know, when we were on that date back on Nip.
Yeah, I have more in common with her.
Yeah, you know, we talked about that a lot a while ago, but after my arm got cut off, she started getting like really nice to me for some reason. She let me talk about my Jedi thesis all I wanted.
Is that so? And you want me to be your best man? Okay. Well, I have someone I want you to go see pretty soon. You should go see Chancellor Palpatine. He'll be at the Bubble Opera. Go see him. I think he has a lot of information for you that could be beneficial to you.
Oh boy. I wonder if he'll be able to help me with my thesis.
I bet he will.
And that's the start. That's how it
Obi-Wan transpired all the events.
You see, Luke, that was my first step in trying to seduce your mother. And it almost worked.
She saw that your father was a bad guy.
But unfortunately, that just made her like him more. Apparently, she's into bad boys.
Yes. I miscalculated that one, Luke. Really
as soon as
flubbed that one up.
as soon as he started wearing like a ton of black and his eyes turned yellow, she was like frothing at the gash for him.
It angered me, Luke.
It angered
So
me
with her
enough,
back
but-
turned after he choked her, they were having some sort of sexual skirmish. After he did that, while she was knocked unconscious, I figured, now's my chance
Oh God, where's
to
this one
murder
going?
him. To
Oh,
murder him.
okay.
Luke, you sicko. To murder your father. Goodness, Luke.
I'm a monster,
So-
man. Like, I might be bad, but I'm not like a monster. Come on.
So we have our duel. It's quite a great duel. The music was blaring. It was epic. Beautiful. I could barely hear him speak. We were trying to talk during the duel. I couldn't hear him half the time.
It's John Williams at his best, so I can't say I minded very much.
Yes. And of course, as I planned the whole duel, I planned out where we would go and where it would end. And we wound up in the exact spot that I wanted to be in. The high
On the
ground,
high
Luke.
ground.
And I knew I had him. And your father, like the buffoon he is, tried to do a somersault. And I cut his legs off in one of his arms.
Yes.
It was,
Now,
a
to be
cool, it was a cool, swift blade move I did, Luke. It was very cool.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I would not have been prepared for that had it not been for the fact that I pulled off exactly the same maneuver he tried not even 15 years earlier.
Yes.
But mine worked because the guy I was fighting didn't see it coming, and I cut that guy in half.
But your father, Luke, was a complete boob.
He wasn't present for the fight that I did that in, so he didn't realize that I was ready for exactly that move.
Yes. So I cut his legs off and his arm.
I
And
let
I
him keep,
gave...
I let him keep the robot arm that Count Duty Pants cut off sometime
Yes.
before, because I thought that would just be needlessly cruel for him to lose 3 arms.
Yes. I figured he's going to die no matter what. But in the off chance that he lives, this is hysterical.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even count on this. The idiot keeps struggling around and he gets himself caught on fire.
That part
I was just
a
going to
pleasant
cut off.
surprise.
That was just a happy little bonus. I was just going to cut off his arm and legs and leave him to die. He makes it that much easier for me. He wiggles around into the fire.
He starts screaming about he hates me like it's my fault.
It's like, oh, we were brothers, Anakin. Whoa, so sorry.
Some BS.
And
He always thought we were like best friends, so I figured I'd play into that.
Yeah, he's always tagging on behind me. So I said all that with my fingers crossed behind my back. Just imagining in my head, ooh, when Padme comes unconscious. Or becomes conscious. Sorry. I'm not a monster. When she becomes conscious. But that never happened, Luke.
Nope, she pushed a couple of kids out, spat a couple names on them, and then promptly died.
And right before that stupid robot told me the dumb spiritual gobbledygook of a diagnosis, I was going to bust out some moves. I was gonna spit some game, as you kids say, Luke. Couldn't do that though. Couldn't do that. Had it all planned and everything.
I was ready to be a stepfather. And then your hot mom died.
And
I really
thought,
felt like I lost my last best chance at happiness when that happened.
yes.
So I've been a desert hermit for 20 years.
And I gave you to your aunt and uncle who lives in this. Why couldn't? Here's my complaint, Luke. I'm sorry. I'm not. I know you've been through a lot. I've been through a lot as well. Why couldn't your aunt and uncle? Why couldn't they live on a different big city planet? You know. I like the city, Luke, but I had to move out here in this kitten box of a planet. And the sand just gets everywhere, Luke. I used to rag on your dad about that, about his stupid hatred of the sand. But I get it, Luke. I get your dad now.
It's
I feel closer to him now.
it's everywhere. It's everywhere, Luke. He like puts his hand on Luke's shoulder. Everywhere.
I mean, you couldn't have been left with some sort of inheritance or something, Luke. Your sister, I tried to go to that planet. That would have been great. Aside from the whole blowing up part, Luke, aside from that, it seemed pretty sweet.
I have a sister?
Oh, yeah, you're Leia. You kissed her.
Wait, no, you wouldn't have yet.
You will kiss her.
Oh my god. It's going to be your first kiss, Luke. Your first kiss is going to be with your sister, Luke.
Who looks kind of like your mom. So, there's
I'm
that.
sure that's not going to have any weird psychological impacts on you.
Anyway, let's go on this adventure.
Come on. Let's go hire a guy who knows a guy who used to know a guy that I know that you're actually going to have to train under after I die. How do you know all this? How do you know all this ahead of time?
It's the Force. Ooh.
Look, you want superpowers or not? Come on. I want to write that into something someday. Where like the magical mentor is like, look, kid, you want superpowers or not? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
That was pretty good.
It went on a while. I feel like we lost steam a while ago and just let it go.
Yeah, so we had probably at least an hour of Star Wars what if stuff. And I don't even remember what the what if thing was before that, but yes.
You'll hear it when you listen back while you're at it.
Yeah. So this has been Dismay Comics. I've been Brandon.
And I've been Teo.
And now we're not. Take care.
Bye-bye.